Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, March 18th, and it's time for another quick update.
Hey, thanks, Colin. Well, I'm sitting here in an empty classroom. What do you do? Folks, if you have children grade 6 age to university age and they feel bored at home or stuck at home, ARPA Canada and We Need a Law are planning to host a series of webinars for all ages, especially young people. Think of it as quarantine school, quarantine university. You might even get an honorary diploma or an honorary degree. ARPA Canada webinars coming to a home near you. Stay tuned. More information to come. Back to you, Colin.
So, clearly plans have changed. Just a week ago, we had no idea that things would be developing in the way that they are now. In light of this, we wanted to take a bit of a different approach to quick updates this week. And so, ARPA Executive Director Mark Penninga is going to share a few thoughts about these developments, and then Director of Law and Policy Schutten is going to talk about how this impacts some of the ongoing files that we've been involved in over the last number of months. So, Mark, over to you.
Thanks, Colin. If there's one word that captures our world today, it's fear. It's striking that the causes that have been associated with progress, from rail blockades to climate change, medical assistance in dying, they've quickly faded to the background and have been replaced by a zealous effort to take control of something that just 11 weeks ago we didn't even know existed. In Matthew 13, Jesus gave the parable of the sower, and he explained how some of the seeds fell among thorns. This refers to someone who hears the word, but the worries of this life choke the word, making it unfruitful. I've experienced this in my own life. We can think that somehow it's virtuous to worry because it shows that we care, but Christ doesn't call us to worry, instead to trust. He is God and He is good. As the world is crippled with worry and fear, this is an opportunity for us to exemplify the peace and hope that come from living in Jesus Christ. Although there's appeal in curling up on a couch or staying glued to a screen or getting lost in a book, let's not forget the calling from Hebrews 12 to throw off everything that hinders, including our fears, and to run the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus. In other words, let's not be distracted from the race that we're in. For many Christians, it simply means continuing to live as we've always been living, showing love to God and to our neighbors. No, it's not easy, but we can pray that the Holy Spirit will work His peace in us and through us. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks so much, Mark. Andre now joins us to talk about what this looks like for ARPA Canada and for our supporters in the coming weeks.
Well, good morning, Colin. Thanks for that. I'm standing here in downtown Ottawa, and as you can tell from the traffic behind me, I'm actually standing here at the height of rush hour in the morning, and there's hardly any cars on the road at all. As the city buses roll by, this is one of the busiest intersections in downtown Ottawa. You see very few people coming off of those buses. They're virtually empty. And so downtown Ottawa has been more or less shut down because of COVID-19. And there's a silver lining to that for the work that we're doing at ARPA Canada at the Law and Policy, with the Law and Policy team here in Ottawa. We're working on a couple of different files. The first one being MAID C7. Bill C7 was introduced not that long ago, and that will transform our euthanasia laws yet again. And we'll see a greater expansion should that bill be passed without any changes or amendments. This shutdown of Parliament and of downtown gives us time. It gives us time to focus on grassroots action. It gives us time to inform more people. It gives us time to share the message about why expanding euthanasia is dangerous for the most vulnerable among us. Also introduced just last week was C8, a bill to criminalize conversion therapy. The definition of conversion therapy in that bill is very sloppy. It's unfortunate that the government has introduced such a sloppy definition of conversion therapy. Our hope is that we can work to tighten it up, to make sure that we don't include in that definition things that are not conversion therapy. Things such as spiritual counseling, for example, or good psychological or social counseling to help teenagers and children with gender dysphoria. All of those things should not be included in a definition of conversion therapy. So we have a lot of time now, the Lord willing, at least 4 weeks to work on trying to get that message across so that we can have some sober second thought on those bills before they pass. Let's take advantage of this time, and hopefully together we can improve these bills, C8 and C7, in the coming weeks. Thanks. Take care. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks so much, Andre. A few weeks ago, we were sharing how we were feeling the pressure from all fronts as a result of the euthanasia bill, the conversion therapy bill, and more. And we now have been granted a bit of a reprieve. We don't know what God has in store, but it certainly shows not to focus too much on our own plans, certainly. In the coming weeks, quick updates and newsletters, we hope to highlight several action items that you and your family can take part in from the comfort of your own home to still make a difference and to shape the way that our leaders engage with these issues when they return. So stay tuned for those. That's all for this week. Thanks to you for watching Quick Updates. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.